Hey YouTube, welcome back to Dwayne's World. So did you like that Verticut cartridge video? Well, you're going to be loving this one because this one I'm going to get a little more aggressive. You want to find out what I mean? You better stay tuned. Alright, so welcome back to Season 4, Episode 5 here on Dwayne's World. So I guess Episode 5 is Part 2 of 4, which is in the middle of Episodes 4 and 6. Hope you guys are following along there. I'm really excited about today's episode because of the fact we're going to be throwing in our Scarifying cartridge, and that way we'll be able to get out a lot more of that dead debris and really start to bring my lawn to a much better place as we get ready for this coming growing season. All right guys, so in the first video I did, you saw me verticut in that direction right there. What you didn't see on video is me actually doing a verticut going that way. And really, the lawn now is looking a lot better. Definitely thinned out the turf. Still got quite a bit of ways to go there, but I'm not necessarily looking to do a full scalp. Just really want to get out as much of the thatch, as much as the dead debris as possible. But now, being that we did the double cut verticut, it's now time to use the catalyst with that boy right there, the Scarifying cartridge. Now, some of you have asked about my turf rake and where I've set my height of cut. And the turf rake currently, even though there's not necessarily a height of cut gauge, is at about a halfway. So I have a little bit of leeway there. I figure I leave it at half. You guys can maybe see there how much it's actually digging into the actual turf. But as far as the actual height of cut, a little handy dandy rivet, I have it dropped to about 1/2 inch. So hopefully it's not too aggressive, but I definitely want to try now to be able to get out as much of that thatch as possible before we do our cleanup pass. So with that, let's get on to the Scarify. You guys take a look there. That's only after one pass. So I'm going to be constantly emptying this grass catcher. But I think it's really good to be able to get out all this dead thatch. All right, but you know, when I see all that dead debris, it makes sense. I have not dethatched my lawn before like this in the past. So it's to be expected. And I think over time, there's going to be less and less and less that actually comes out of the lawn. Now, generally, I do not catch my clippings throughout the most of the growing season, just to be able to put those nutrients back in the lawn. You know, something I may do differently this year. I may still choose to do that, but at the same time, I don't want to reintroduce a lot more thatch into the lawn. Now, one of the things I've also heard is different weed seeds actually stay within that thatch layer. That's why sometimes you still get quite a bit of weeds, even though you use the pre-emergent. But again, the purpose of why I really want to thin out this lawn is just really to get ready for the spring season and really be able to get ready for that warm up. By no means right now is my lawn waking up, but I really want to make sure I'm close to almost there. Maybe with just one more scalp that I need to do right before that warm up, and I think I'll be in good shape. So with that, let me go ahead and empty that grass catcher, and we'll see how much more of this we can put on video. But I definitely swear I'll be walking back and forth between the trash can and the lawn, so definitely have my work cut out for me. So with that, let's go ahead and get on to the rest of the Scarifying. All right guys, so I think I'm gonna run out of trash can room. I don't even know if I'll be able to finish here. But let me kind of show you guys the turf here because I'm very excited about what I'm seeing. All right, so if you come down here to the turf, I'm absolutely loving the fact that I can actually start to see soil, which is great. That's exactly what I want. Now, when I overseeded my back lawn about 2 years ago, I wish I had this tool. That would have been fabulous when I was throwing down that grass seed because I know the soil to seed contact would have been great. But it's not only about soil to seed, and it's not only about overseeding. When you're turf raking and you're really getting all that thatch out in the lawn, you have the ability now to be able to really get those nutrients to get down into the soil, whether it be your fertilizers, any type of biostimulant. It's only going to help that much more to be able to get that to the soil where it really can go to work. So again, I'm just going to keep turf raking here. Hopefully I have enough room in my trash can to be able to handle all this debris. But what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to use the Scarifier or the turf rake without the grass catcher so you guys can see how much is coming off whenever I'm going through each pass. All right, guys, so hopefully that gives you a little bit better idea of how the turf rake was actually working and really being able to get that thatch out of the lawn. So with that, let's get back to the work. Guys, whew, that was so much grass. The trash cans I had wasn't enough space. I ended up having to bag some of those clippings in the trash bags. So my original plan was to use the California Trimmer Classic to do that cleanup pass, but I can't do that for two reasons. One of which I explained, I don't have any more room in my trash can, and then number two, it's just getting too late in the day. So it's going to have to wait to another day, but let me go ahead and show you guys what the lawn looks like currently after that Scarify pass. Let me go ahead and turn it around. All right, so here we are. Now, was not necessarily going for stripe action. There's a little bit of stripe action there, as you can see. But again, what I'm most excited about, if we come down here to the turf, oh, definitely looking really good. You can definitely see much further down into the canopy, and that's exactly what we want. Absolutely love it. So my plan is now is to hopefully be able to do that cleanup pass in the very, very near future. I really wanted to be able to complete all of this today because I think there's a little bit of rain in the forecast. I think you guys saw kind of the clouds overhead, but I'm not going to get very much rain, so I'm not too worried about it. But I wanted to get my prodiamine down before the rain hit. But like I said, it's very insignificant rain. I'm probably going to have to mainly use my irrigation system to be able to really water in that pre-emergent, but it's going to have to wait. And unfortunately, you guys are going to have to wait to the next episode. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. As always, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And be sure to stay tuned for part 3, where we do the cleanup pass and we throw down that prodiamine. So with that, remember, as always, be excellent and party on.